Hello, hello, hello. It looks as if that's me live. I don't know if people were listening to Stacey and I's conversation before, interested about the financial side of life, etc., etc. I don't know if we were live or not when we were chatting. Anyway, lovely to see you all. For people who've just come on here, my name is Lorraine Bennett. I throw some tarot cards and I also connect to the spirit world when they see fit. It's not when I see fit, it's when they see fit, which is wonderful. I love doing this. I will go to as many people as I can. All I do is ask for, when I do come to you, please make sure you say you're here, because sometimes, we making a cup of tea and I'm speaking to nobody, and there's a lot of people who do want readings. So if you just say I'm here, and then obviously when I come to you, if you don't mind, just say yes, no, I don't know, as I'm speaking, okay? Because I just want to make sure I'm on the right track. I'm with the right person, because I come direct when I do this work, okay? And with no further ado, because I've only got an hour here, and I really do try and get through as many people as possible. So hello, as I said before. So hello, Anna Walker. Hello, Tani Rowe. Mystic Rod, hello, Mandy Mills, Joe White, Margaret Jackson, Gail Lawson, Joe White again, sorry, I'm just going through the list here. Christine Marie, hello, Reagan King, oh my God, it's a busy one today. Danny Murray, Laura Johnston, Reagan King, Krish Philly, and I'll go through more because they're just piling on. Now, what I would love you all to do is, I'd like you to put a question in the comment, because I do believe that tarot is a fantastic tool to answer your questions. I can maybe do some of it psychically, but I do have help from the cards as well. Okay, so let's get these questions in the comments, please. And when I do come to you, if you could just, as I say, yes, no, I don't know, just to make sure I am on the right track. Okay, so who am I coming to first? All right, okay, I've come to Margaret Jackson. I'm drawn to you, Margaret. So hello to you, Margaret. No comment, no question in the comment yet, because I've just asked for that. So questions in the comment, but Margaret, I'm going to come to you with some tarot just now. Okay, Margaret, let me see what I have for you today. Let's give me a valid reading. Okay. So Margaret, and I do feel when I throw the first three cards, this is the ones I need to know whether are accurate or not, to make sure that I'm going to be on the right track for moving forward. I do feel you've had so many changes and challenges going on with your financial situation, I'm feeling. And I do feel it's still going on actually just now. I feel you've overcome it, and it's happened again, it's coming back again. But, I do feel you obviously want to move forward for it, but you are slightly moving forward with this. Does this make sense to you? Because I do feel, Margaret, you're feeling as if you're doing a lot of this on your own. Does it make sense? Okay, just to let me know. I do feel with you as well as you're wanting, or you are. There's something emotionally at the moment that you're learning to be happier. If that makes sense, you're learning to be happier. Margaret, does this all make sense? If you could let me know, please, that'd be fantastic. I do have the Sun card, which has now come out for you, which is just the happiness card. And to me, it's the nicest card in the deck. So I do feel that within the next, by August, I'm here by August, I do feel that things are going to start really, really moving forward for you. And you're going to feel so much better. Margaret, does this make sense to you, please? If you could let me know. I don't know if this is running slow or not. Yes, completely. That's fine, as long as that makes sense to you. But what you have got to do is this new journey that I feel you're going to be taking with the emotional side on it, treasure it, do it. It's fantastic. Don't think to yourself, oh no, I don't know this. I don't deserve this. If this makes sense to you, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be happy. This is what I'm feeling from this read. And I hope that does make sense. Just enjoy it, okay, and welcome it, okay. Good, it makes sense. That's right, welcome. Because I do know, Margaret, you've actually been through the mills. This is what I'm feeling. And so interested here. I've just pulled the Ace of Swords, which again is a new beginning, but a brand new beginning. It's all been in your thought. A lot of it's been your thought. How am I going to improve in the situation? Well, I'm telling you right now, by August is when things are going to get so much better for you. Absolutely so much better with you. I don't know if you're working or not, but I do know there's decisions to be made as well to do with your working life. Yeah, Margaret, is what's what the cards are saying. It's not even what me, but it's what I'm feeling from you as well. I'm actually getting excited. So when I get excited, I do know, Margaret, that this is basically, I really feel for you, and I really feel that things are going to be looking up for you. So just remember to embrace it. don't, as I say, don't doubt it. Just embrace it. Make sure you ask as well. You ask your team, your loved ones all around you. Just say, listen, what Lorraine said, is it true? Of course it's true. Help me with this. And they will help you 100%. Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. All makes sense. But you are by August, okay? But I do know there's been some financial stuff as well, Margaret, because I'm feeling that too. So I hope that does make sense to you. But by August, things are going to change dramatically. But you need to change yourself as well and embrace it, okay? And once you do that, you're going to be finding everything. And I really wish you well, Margaret. And I just know things are going to be great for you. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Right, okay, Ricky Kin, hello, Danny Murray, hello. Let me see who I'm going to see who I've not said hello to. If I've not said hello to, there's so many people coming on, so I'm really sorry about that. Trish Cook, hello. Bernadette Connolly, hello, Bernadette. Kim Burns, Trish Cook, oh my goodness. Right, okay, questions are now coming in. This is what I like, questions in the chat, please. Okay, I'm going to come to Janelle Benson, please. You just want any reading. So let's find out you, Janelle, what I can give to you. Janelle, are you there? Janelle Benson. Right, okay. And again, please acknowledge that you're here. And yes, no, I don't know as I'm reading Janelle, okay? So I've got a parrot here, but some people are just don't realize. Right, Janelle, again, I'm going to give you some tarot here. Do you know what? This is really weird. I put on, excuse me a second, guys. I put on my, I am in Spain and it's very, very hot here just now. And I put on my fan and it's turned itself off. So I'm just going to stick it back on. Sorry about that. Because I'm getting very hot. And the spirit world actually makes me very hot as well. So I do know that they're coming in. Okay, Janelle, let's see what we've got for you. Janelle, I do feel you've needed... a lot of strength has been going on with you, okay? But I also do feel with you, see your emotional side, I feel things are good with you. Things are actually really good. I pulled over the 10 of Cups, and I do feel that, your emotional side is good. But I also do feel there's something going on in either your working life, career, or working towards something. I do feel there's decisions to be made with that, and I do feel you need to prepare more for it, if that does make sense to you. Janelle, could you answer this just to make sure this does make sense? But I do feel you need a lot of courage going on in life as well. And I also do feel that, I feel you're a creative person, Janelle. I feel that creative to do with your work side, and even when it's to do with money and things like that, I do feel you're creative. Janelle, does this make sense to you? Please let me know. I do feel as well, there's definitely something going on. Again, work. I'm pulling out some work cards here, Janelle. And I do feel there has been a lot of changes and challenges going on with your work. Janelle, are you here? If this all makes sense, please let me know, because it's very, very important that you do. Yes, yes, okay. I don't know if that's yes, you know, or yes, you just come on. So just keep typing just to let me know, okay? I also do feel as well as, again, I just feel there's a lot going on to do with your work. I do feel your emotional side's fine. This is why, this is the first card that came out. Your emotional side is the 10 of Cups. But I do feel there's decisions to be made, and I do feel there's decisions to do with your working life, okay? And I hope that does make sense to you, okay? I do feel as well as, you've got the stability again, keep talking your emotional side, and I do feel that bit's fine, but I do feel there's something going on. But you know what? Just don't jump at it. This is what I'm feeling with you. Just don't jump at any decision. Yes, jumps are good. Any decisions, don't jump at it. Okay, because what I'm feeling from this, Janelle, is you're the type of person that would maybe do something without thinking, or there's been things happening, you'd be doing it without thinking. Make sure you think before you do whatever it is, okay? And I hope that does make sense to you, okay? I do feel with you as well, I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I'm seeing a beautiful swan. So I do feel there's been a connection to either a building like a Swan pub or a Swan hotel or something like this, because this has just come into my awareness, and I do feel this is important. So if it's not for you, Janelle, I've moved on to somebody else, but I do feel it is still for you. Do you understand, Janelle, the Swan pub or the Swan building or something to do with a swan? Does this make sense to you? Okay. It does. Okay, right. Okay, right. So I don't know if that's, I don't know if there's a delay in this or not to talk about the swan, but I really do have to talk about the swan because a man has just actually stepped in for you, Janelle, and I do feel this is like a father figure. I don't like using the word figure, but I do feel I have to with this because I'm really not quite sure. And I do feel as well, Janelle, that you this man, swan pump or swan whatever. Let me know if this is correct. But I do feel that this man is wanted to push you forward. Because again, he's seen a lot of the rubbish that's been going on in your life, and he just wants you to be happy. Okay, I do feel this is father. That's right. And do you know what? I'm hearing the name Josh. So do you understand the name Josh is connected to yourself in some way? If you could just let me know. Oh my goodness, you saw a swan flying yesterday. Right. Okay, because that's interesting, because when I don't see it in the water, I know it's not connected to a pond. Wow. Well, Dad stepped in. So remember that, our father figure has stepped in for you, and he just is trying to push you forward. So he knows that you saw that yesterday. That's just some evidence from him. Okay. I do feel this gentleman as well, as he stepped really forward for me. I do feel he was a very kind-hearted man, and I also do feel as well that this gentleman, when he was passing in the hospital bed, I do feel there was people around him, and I also do feel that. Sorry, I have to change this. I picked this up wrong. I don't know if there's somebody else here as well, but I do know that this gentleman literally was here 1 minute and, your cousins, Josh, right? Interesting, you don't talk. That's why he's brought it in, right? I'll tell you in a second. But this man passed with a heart attack, by the way. I did tell you right now. I don't know if he was in the hospital bed, but I do know he passed with a heart attack because I'm seeing people around the bed. Right, he wants to talk about Josh. Josh is an unusual name for it to come through, so he wants to talk. So maybe it's time for you to pick up that phone, because I've got a feeling Josh needs you. And I've got a feeling that Josh needs somebody in his life to talk to, okay? So is this correct for Dad? Does this make sense? And if it does, I do believe that that he does want you to pick up the phone. That's my symbol from him for you to talk to. Okay, I feel it's a second cousin. I don't think it's a first cousin. Does that make sense to you? I might be wrong with that, but let's just see. But I do believe Janelle is. I think it's time. Josh definitely needs your help, because she's just flown out this card. Actually, it's the Eight of Swords. Okay, and I know he's very restricted at the moment. Cousin, blood. He needs you. Okay, so I hope that does make sense, and I'm going to leave Dad's love with you. Now remember, they come through deliberately. Right, he had a heart problem and I saw him wrong. That's fine. Okay, but you know what? They come through deliberately. I don't know who I'm picking. It's just I'm drawn to that name. So your dad actually wanted this to say and to mention the word Josh, because he knows Josh needs help. So if you don't mind picking up the phone to Josh, but if it's up to you, you've got your own free will, okay? Okay, just whatever you need to do. I know somebody needs help. Okay, and thank you so much, Janelle, for being here. I'd like to work longer with that, but I can't. I've got too many to go through, so sorry about that. So thank you. Charlene, Shaz, hello. Lorraine Ahmed, hello. Marine Linhad. Let me see who I'm going to come to. Right, remember, guys, put questions in the comments. Okay, for the people who've just come on here, anybody who would like a read, put a question in, because it really, really does make a big difference. Okay, I want to come here now to, okay, I'm going to come to Hannah Crawford. Hannah Crawford, can I come to you, please? Just make sure you let me know that you're here. Hannah Crawford, okay? You did have a question. Hannah Crawford, there you go. You're struggling at the moment. Anything at all for me, please? Thank you. Okay, Hannah, let me just see what I've got for you. Okay, I've got a lady who's just stepped forward without even doing the cards for you. That and she can see what she was actually going through. This lady is your typical either grandma or your mother or whatever, but I do know this lady baked, okay, because she's showing me the symbolic for that. And I do feel this again. This lady's actually stepping forward for me. I feel you're really struggling, really struggling. And I also meant to keep commenting as well, just make sure I'm on the right track. And I also feel as if the anxiety is there with you or with her, because she's really given me, and I also do feel there's something going on either with yourself or with her around the tummy area, okay? She sees what's been happening. She sees the juggling. So I don't know what she needs. I think if you're juggling, you don't actually tell me that you're juggling with your whole life. This is what you need to sort out. You need to calm down, Hannah. You've got to calm down, she's saying, because you cannot do everything. Okay, you need to take some deep breaths and just sit there and reflect on your life. And I hope that does make sense to you, because as this lady, mother, grandma, who's coming through, tummy problems, whatever. I do know as well she's giving me the bad back. So again, either you or her had the back bath. This lady was actually quite a joker. I would say she was, she liked to give, interesting, right? Okay. Right. I am lovely. Just left domestic abuse. So glad you've left it. Right, so hopefully this all makes sense to you. I do feel as well as, because I've just given you some more validation on her or with you, because did he do something to your back or whatever? Because she's just given me this horrible feeling in my back. So I don't know if it's with her or with you. Okay, she's so glad that you've done this. She's so glad that you have, and that is the past behind you. Okay, so you need to. It's now time to move forward. It's quite raw, this, I feel. It's quite raw. You just said you just left, so it's quite raw. But I do feel that she's there, and she's there with you. Ask her for her help, Hannah, okay? Just say to her, give me her help. I do feel it's grandma. Is this right? You've been getting, it's not shoulder, I'm getting back more, to be honest with you. It's more in my back. I've been getting this, and I feel it's probably with her. But can you understand, it's either mummy, I feel it's grandma. I feel it's grandma really wanted to, because she's wanted to hold your hand, and she's telling me she is holding your hand. She's moving you forward, and she's really helping you with the situation, okay? She wants to give me the number, not number, she wants to give me, well, number 3, but I do know it's a number March. I do know it's March, so I don't know if it's the 3rd of March. It's been a really significant number for you, Hannah, okay? And I also have to give you the 1st of July, and I do feel this 1st of July is either a birthday or an anniversary. Does this make sense? Yeah. I feel it's your grandma, because it just feels like grandma energy here. But I do feel as well, 1st of July, okay, and March is very significant. It's 4th of March that she's given me, okay? So take that anyway, and I hope you can understand these dates. Again, it's just validation. I do have to give you July going into August, so it must be just the end. Again, you're going to feel a significant change. I also do feel there's like a house move or something in that period of time, okay? Things are going to start getting so much better for you, because what you've done, Hannah, is you've left that horrible situation, and it's time for you to move forward. I didn't even have to pull any cards for you, because she just came flying in as soon as I said your name, okay? So she wants you just to ask her for help, okay? Just ask her. She will be there to help you. They're not allowed to interfere unless you ask, okay? But just remember, moving forward, and I do feel you're going to be changing house. I even feel, I don't know, I'm just seeing you so carefree. So hopefully everything. But, the police are trying to get me to move home. Right, but July, August, it's happening anyway. It's not that far away, so it's definitely happening. So you need to ask for help. Ask the spirit world for help. You ask them for help, and they will help you every step of the way, okay? Be more positive. Horrible situation you've been in. It's time to be more positive. Again, life will change for you. Whatever you give out to the universe, it brings back in for you, okay? And Hannah, I hope that does make sense. I'm going to leave Grandma's love with you. She's really tried to help you here, okay? She's really tried to help you. Now, for some reason, she's showing me the beetles, walking across the zebra crossing. So I can't remember what that record is from or whatever. That's basically, so I don't know if it's from Liverpool or something to do with the Beatles. I don't know, but that's what she's leaving me with anyway, and I hope that does make sense to you, okay? If you let me know about that, I can't remember what you call it, strawberry fields. No, that's a lovely. Anyway, let me know how what she means by that. That'd be wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here, and I wish you all the best, because it will be fine. You just have to change your way of thinking, and thank you so much, okay? Hello, Tony Coppins. Hello, Marie Lynch Hashi, Queasy Jones. Hello. Oh my goodness, right. Yes, that's on my street, the zebra crossing. Thank you so much. That was just validation. It's her. That's what they do, Hannah. And that's so important. Okay, so thanks for validating that for me. Thank you. Just to let you know she's watching, so take her advice. Claire Louise, hello. Right, okay. Let me see who I'm going to come to here. Right, remember, comments. Trish Cook, can I come to you, please? Trish Cook. Okay. Trish Cook. We laid our mum to rest 31st of May. Oh my goodness. I take it was 31st of May last year, because we're not on 31st of May yet, so that's a year coming up for our anniversary. Right, okay, let me see what there is here, just to see. Okay, just let me know if this is mum or not, Trish, okay? Let me know as soon as we said that, this lady who came through. Now, this lady came through, and she was, do you know what one thing that she really showed me was wrapped in a coat, but her lipstick was really important because she's got beautiful lips, and with her lipstick, I just want to make sure, and I do feel a very nurturing feeling with this lady, okay? I also do know this lady had dark hair, bit like mine, but coughed, but hers was more coughed, okay? And I do feel she was, yeah, I wouldn't say a larger lady, but she wasn't a little tiny petite thing. Again, I'm getting her essence of her, and I do feel as well. She's given me a lot of feelings around my stomach, so I do know, Trish, that this lady is coming through had problems with her stomach, okay? But I also do feel she passed with breast cancer. Does this make sense to you? And that sounds a bit contradicting, yeah. Oh, 3 years, right, okay. But can you understand everything I've said here, Trish? Do you understand the description I'm giving you? I want to make sure it is. Yes, it's mum. Brilliant, thank you. But I also do feel did she pass with the breast cancer or something to do with around this area as well? Just give me that for validation, just to make sure it's her. Okay, she's drawn to me to my earrings, so I do know earrings are significant with you. Did she leave you earrings or something? But she's now giving me the cross. All right, it's around that area. That's what we just need to know. It's around that area. She's giving me the cross, so there's something to do with the cross earrings or something like that. Okay, Trish, and I hope that does make sense to you. And I also do feel there's something, I feel she was either religious or something, but there's crosses. I keep seeing crosses, which also should be significant if that does make sense. And I also do feel, as mum is really stepping forward, she's saying, you need to stop worrying about me because I am doing absolutely fine. Okay, because she knows you're still, well, you told me it was 3 years, and I know our anniversary is just coming up. I know you light a candle for her because she showed me lighting a candle. You've got her necklace. Is that a cross necklace though? It's the cross that she's giving. And I do feel as well as she's telling me she's lighting a candle. You light a candle for her in fact, there's 2 candles. She's showing me 2 candles. So I don't know what that means, but 2. But she's also telling me as well as, she's playing the piano. Or there's something to do with significant piano music, or somebody's playing the piano. I can hear this, Trish, in the background. So I don't know if it's to do with her or with you if she's listening, okay? But her message from you, Trish, is that you're going to have to stop worrying about her because she is doing absolutely fantastic. And I'll tell you right now, she's there pruning her roses in the spirit world. She's doing so much, and she's telling me she's helping the children. So I do feel I've got a candle with her picture on. Yeah, so yeah, and I know you must put it out at the time specifically, probably put it out at the time, but some specific on that day, because when I mentioned that, okay. But she's also telling me just now is that it's time. She's pruning her garden. She's doing everything in the spirit world that she has, and she's telling me, you think I suffered when I was passing, Trish. You think I suffered, but she's saying I didn't suffer. It looked as if I did. But I didn't. And towards the end, she knew fine and well that everything was going to be great because she's saying, I saw myself, which was interesting. Okay. And I do have to say to you that, roses for her passive flower yellows. Okay. She, sorry, there was a change there. Someone came up there. Sorry, I sort of lost my focus. But please don't worry about mum. Mum is doing absolutely fine. She's more worried about you. She's worried about you, worried about her. You don't have to. She gives you a good night kiss every single night on your right cheek. She's giving me on my right cheek. So I do know when you go to bed at night, before you fall asleep, I want you to feel something, because when you feel it, it's mum. Just saying, look, I'm absolutely fine. I don't know if she called you Trish. I feel she called you Patricia. Does that make sense to you? Am I picking that up right? But I do feel just so much love for you. So much love for you. So don't worry about her. She knows and can see everything, okay? Talk to her. She said to her, you do talk to her, but not as much as you really could. And ask her for favours. Ask her, because she's there for you. Okay, Trish? And I'm going to leave beautiful mum's loving you, because she is a beautiful, beautiful lady, a beautiful soul. And I hope that does make sense to you. Okay. Thank you for being here, Trish. Tiffany Brown. I'm so sorry, because I feel as if I'm not spending long enough with people, but I want to try and go through so many. And I also do want to just, but my name is Patricia. So interesting, right? Because I do want to try and get through as many. And I just want to prove to everybody here that the spirit world is around us all the time. And there's never, ever a time when you ever have to doubt it. And with the validation, hopefully I bring through, it just proves it. Okay, I hope so anyway. Paula Marie Manos, hello. Okay, Lorraine Ahmed, I'm going to come to you, okay? And hello, Greenhorn to Tracy. Yeah, but I'm going to come to Lorraine Ahmed, okay? Lorraine Ahmed, if you could be here. Lorraine Ahmed, okay. Any spiritual messages from my mum, dad, or brother, or anything on my spiritual path, please? I'm just curious. I'm going to throw a couple of cards here. If I've got a feeling my spiritual card's going to come out, I just like to test myself or test the spirit world, which is perfectly okay. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do have a man who's just stepped forward for you before you can throw any cards for you, Lorraine. And I do know that this man is standing there holding one red rose. So I do know this one red rose was very, very significant. I also do feel as well that this gentleman, I do feel past in his 40s, okay? Don't know if I'm correct or not. You let me know, member. Let me know if I'm on the right track. I do feel the possible, but the red rose is really, really significant with him. Okay, but I'm getting white roses flashing in as well, so I do feel that could be anything to do with your mum or your dad. The white flashes, but I've only seen him at the moment. Okay, and I do see a racing car. I hear the broom, 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 broom. So I do know that's a racing car or something to do with racing in a car. Does all this make sense to you, Lorraine? Okay, and I do feel as well as I also see a motorbike too. This person is supposed to show. I'm not seeing anybody in the car. I'm not seeing anybody on the motorbike, but I do know these two things are significant. Lorraine, could you please comment and let me know that I'm on the right track with you, please? I just want to make sure that everything is correct. Okay, but as this man is really, really stepped forward, and I'd say I do feel he passed in his 40s, will be my brother, okay, in his 40s. And I do feel as well as he was the type of guy, he was the adrenaline with him. Does this make sense? Yes, it does. My brother and mother bike, right? Okay, they had the bikes, right? Okay, but I had the broom broom. Maybe that's what it was. Broom broom was a bike. I don't know. But I do see the motorbikes anyway. But I do feel as well that the adrenaline, there's a big adrenaline rush with this gentleman who is your brother. And I also do feel as well as you and him, I feel, got on really well. I do feel the closeness. You two had this bond. You know, some people have the distance, but you've got this bond with you and your brother. But I also do believe you hear him or you feel him beside you. Does this make sense to you? You feel and you hear him because he's actually giving it, and he's actually tapping my head. So I do feel that either this is one symbol that he gives you or something, evidence that it's him, that he actually taps your head, Lorraine. Does this all make sense to you? And I also, and as I do feel as a stepping forward, I do feel the lady stepping forward, and I do feel this lady stepping forward, she'd light hair. This lady, I feel, had light hair at one point. I don't know whether or not it's swept back because I don't know if it's in a ponytail or something, but it is actually swept back. And I do also feel that this lady was a petite lady, and when she's coming through, she's coming through very quietly. Very, very quietly. So I do believe this is maybe what she was like in life here, just for evidence that it's her, okay? Very, very quietly. And I do feel as well as, I mean, I know they're all together anyway, because that's just what happens in the spirit world as well. But she's actually holding your brother's hand. So this is really significant that she's holding his hand, okay? And I also do feel that this lady's really stepping forward. This lady loved to cook. This lady, I can smell food. I can smell lots of lovely, delicious food. And I'm also seeing like a lemon meringue pie. She was quiet. A lemon meringue pie or some sort of pie or something like that anyway, because I'm smelling that type of thing. I smell like the baking and everything as well. So I do feel that she loved to bake as well. And I also do feel with her, which is going to be very, very significant. She wants to show me the fluffy chickens, the little fluffy chickens. So that is something that's either a memory or something to do with the fluffy chickens, okay? I also want to talk about the piano playing with her as well. I'm hearing it playing again, so I do feel there's either some sort of piano, or she absolutely loved it, or he absolutely loved music, which is really, really significant. I do feel that with your brother, because I'm feeling it's either him or her, but I feel it's him stepped in again. I do feel a lot of anxiety with your brother, so I don't know if that's with you or with him. He's giving me this anyway, the anxiety. Very, very significant, though, with this as well. And I do feel with your brother, I don't know, I'm hearing like disease. So I don't know if that's what he passed on, or mum had disease anyway. Because I don't really, to me, the passings are not important in a reading. Because you should know anyway, but sometimes they want to give you for validation, and all I can hear them saying is disease. So I do feel one of them anyway. But I also feel they want to make me sneeze. So I don't know if you've maybe got something going on with you anyway. But I feels as if I'm getting a cold now. So, but I'm not. So, are you getting a cold at the moment? They're just letting me know that they are so around you. Okay, so around you. I need to give you the month of May, and I need to give you the 11th of May. So that's it. Very exciting. I was getting that's interesting. Your brother had the heart attack. That's what I was getting, the real anxiety feeling. But I feel as well, your brother did suffer from stress as well, really stressed, because I'm getting this big anxiety. And it's his mum, because obviously the two of them are here at the one time. But I do feel as well, and I want to give you the May. It's been very significant. It's 5th of May. 5th of May they're giving me. So I do know that should be a significant day, and I do feel that's either maybe a birthday or something like that, but it doesn't matter for some. And they also want to give me the number 73, so I do know the number 73 was either a passing date or a birthday, if that does make sense. Okay, so I hope all that makes sense to you. Okay, Lorraine, they're all here now. You asked about your spiritual path. Keep going. This is all I'm hearing. Just keep going, and don't ever stop learning, because you have to always learn with this. Okay, and I also hear as well, take some courses, listen, and just keep practicing. Keep practicing anyway. They're all together. I'm not getting your dad in here. He will be here because time's limited. Okay, so I do your brother and your mum, and I hope all that makes sense. Okay, but your dad will be there. But I do know your mum's holding your brother's hand, so that should be really, really significant. Okay, and I'm going to leave their love with you. Okay, and I hope all that does make sense. Okay, let me know if the dates make sense to you as well. I always need validation. Just to make sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, okay. Let me see who. Mel Wellens, hello. I'm going to come to Kawizi Jones, please. Can I come to you? You're just asking for a reading, so let me see what I'm going to come. Kawizi Jones, I'm coming to you, okay? I've had a bit of tarot. Kawizi Jones, hello. We got a drink. Kawizi Jones. Hello, are you here? Queasy Jones. Yay! Right, okay, Queasy, I want you to please keep commenting. Yes, no, I don't know, just to make sure. That's funny, Tony. You've got 3:33 a.m. in New Zealand. Oh, maybe that's a sign, Tony. Maybe that's a sign that I'm going to come to you next. Oh, we'll just have to wait and see. Queasy Jones. Hi there. Right, okay, I'm going to give you a reading. Okay, Queasy. Good, I'm glad you're here. Now keep answering yes, no, I don't know with my readings. Okay, thank you, because I do feel it's really, really important. Okay, I do feel at the moment anyway, and there's a lot of instability with yourself. Okay, and I also do feel if you're working just now, and if you're not working, you're working towards something, you're actually making a decision on something to do with work, if that does make sense to you. I also do feel as well as you're making choices to do with a partnership or something. Does this make sense to you, Queasy? And I do feel it's either to do with in your love life, the decision is having to be made. Does this make sense to you, Queasy? Okay, because I also do feel as well as you're a very generous person. I do feel actually you've been over generous. I hope that does make sense to you. Over generous, but I also do feel as well as there's things that you've got to actually. You're over generous with other people, but it's time you need to be generous with yourself. Does this make sense to you, Queasy? Okay, I do know you're a very, very emotional person, and I also do feel the choices you need to make with this emotional side as well. You need more confidence in this. Does this make sense? Let me just see what else there is. Sorry, I was just looking at the comments there. Come on, Queasy, could you please comment and make sure I'm on the right track, please? I also do feel there's been a lot of gossip around you, Queasy, and I do feel as well that, you're thinking about starting something new, and I do feel this is to do with this working environment, or something to do with the working anyway, and I do feel it's time. But I also do feel you maybe do this work. Does this make sense to you? Yes, you're saying. Yeah, okay, but what you say, okay, I'm going on and on and on, so I don't know what the yes is as well. You know what? Time to let the past go, Queasy, okay? I do feel you do this work. I do feel that, or if you don't do this work, I feel you need to start doing this work. You've had a lot of heartache in your life in the past, and it's now time to move forward, and you need to actually move forward in a way that is going to make your life feel so much better. Does that make sense to you? And I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I'm just so feeling it. I'm also feeling as well with you, Queasy, there's some sort of sickness that's been going on around you too. And once again, I don't know if this is nerves or whatever, I don't know, but I do feel there's some sort of sickness that's been going on. You do music, but you do music in the spiritual side, because I do feel you do this type of work. So let me know. So, right, I don't know, so I'm trying to read that there, and I should be reading when I'm reading, but I know that I've finished with you, Queasy. So, Queasy, I would like you, okay, I want you to move forward, and I want you to start being more confident in yourself, okay, because I do feel you're lacking confidence, not to do with your music, but you're lacking confidence, and I do believe somebody actually did that to you, that has made you lose confidence. So I do feel now it's time for you to move forward. And I do believe when I pick people for a reason. I'm just drawn to them and I don't know why. And I do feel this is the reason why I was drawn to you, to let you know is you need this confidence. Very, very important. And I'm going to leave this reading with you, and I hope this does make sense. Okay, thank you. Just let me know that does all make sense to you. Just in these comments would be super. Right, okay. Lord Johnson, hello. Let me see. Tracy Carty, hello. Right, okay. Let me just see who I'm going to come to now. It goes so quickly. Let me just have a look, see. Okay. We do see all the comments. Yeah, we see all the comments, everybody. Some people say, listen, it's so busy this just now. You need to keep commenting for me to see you. It's just constant. So all I can do is just I'm flicking up and down. Just let everybody know I'm flicking up and down. I'm not even looking at the actual comments just now. I'm just looking at the names to feel who I'm drawn to. And that's just how it works. So if you keep commenting, I can see. Right, okay. I'm going to come to... Okay. Can I come to Rosa Rosau, please? Rosa Rosau, can I come to you? You're from South Africa. If you're drawn to me, appreciate time and energy. Any message from my husband or son, please? I don't know, Rosa. Let me find out. Rosa, are you still here, please? That'd be wonderful. Rosa Rosau. I don't know if it's running a bit slow, so it's just me. Rosa Rosau, you here? I think it's running a bit slow. Rosa Rosau. Unless I'm saying it wrong and it's not coming up. Right, Rosa, I'm going to come to you. Rosa, are you here? Rosa Rosau. Okay, I don't see you coming on here, so I'm going to have to pick somebody else. I don't like to do that. Okay, let me come to... No, Rosa Rosau. Are you there? She's here. Right, okay. It's not coming up. Right, okay, I'm just... Oh, here you go. Right, oh no, it's not. It's a different Rosa. Rosa. Okay, I'm just going to read for you, Rosa. Hopefully you're here and you're listening. Okay, I don't like to do that. Rosa. I'll just put a first few cards in and we'll see whether... No. No, I'm not going to do it then. Right, okay. I'm going to come to... Okay, Krish Pillay. Krish Pillay. Krish Pillay, are you here? Yay! Right, okay. We'd love a message by spiritual progress. I'm going to throw some cards to you, Krish, okay? And let me see. Krish Pillay. Let me see what I've got for you, Krish. You'd like to message on your spiritual progress. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say about that. Okay. Oh, interesting. Right, okay. I do feel as well, yeah, I do feel you've got the Ace of Wands here, so that's a start to do with actually working in work environments. I don't know if you plan to do this as a work, as a job, or you're doing it as a hobby, or you're doing it to help people. I don't know, but I do feel you've got a lot of inspiration with this, so I do feel everything is going to be a hunky-dory for you with this. But you do need to make a decision, okay? And you need to get rid of a lot of baggage. It's not come up here, Lorraine, so I don't know. I'll try her next, okay? I'll talk to Chris just now. So, what I do feel is, I do feel you need to progress on your spiritual path. You need to get rid of some baggage as well. Okay, I do believe still in your heart space. I still believe that you're actually holding some quite a lot of quite heavy stuff from the past. Does that make sense to you? Krish, okay, just let me know. I also do feel you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, but I do feel it's more what goes around comes around with that as well. But I do feel a lot of this past stuff. We've just got the spirit card out, which is I always like to get that out. Everybody when somebody asks about the spiritual path, and it's temperance for me. And as long as that comes out, I just know everything's going to be. But you do need to get rid of that spiritual path. There's a lady who's just come in. The lady who's just come in for you, Krish, I do believe is mum, either mum or auntie, but I feel she was like a mum. But I do know that this lady used to do this work. And I also do know that this lady is actually one of your guides, is helping you with this work and helping you to push forward. Does this make sense to you? Yeah, you have had a lot of heart baggage, yeah. But what you need to do is you've got to let that go. You've got to go through that. You've got to meditate through it. You've got to let it go. And as long as you can let that go, things are going to fly for you. Absolutely fly. But I do also feel with you, this lady who's stepping forward is. But I do believe she was a family member, and I do also know that she's telling me that she also did this work as well, not for a career or anything like that, but she was she told me she was very, very psychic, right? So and I'm sure she was mediumship stuff as well, because do you know what she's showing me? I think this is quite funny. She's showing me like a crystal ball, but I think she's being funny with this, or I don't know, because the way she's doing like the old-fashioned fortune teller. Does this make sense to you, Krish? Because and I do feel but what she's actually making me feel here is, Krish, she is your comments aren't coming up, but they're coming up here, so there's definitely something going on here. I do feel though that what she's trying to tell you is you've got to get rid of this baggage, okay? And she's trying to help you with that by me telling you this. That's very, very important, okay? I also do feel as well with you, Krish, as your auntie, yeah. Great, yeah, very, very spiritual. But she's helping you. Just remember, she's the one that's helping you. So get rid of the baggage, okay? It's going to take a few months to really do. You need to really meditate into this. Get rid of the baggage, and then you're going to be sailing. I do feel you're going to be doing this as some sort of work. So also help people but work, because I do have the Ace of Wands, and the Wands to me is going through is your working environment, okay? But I do also feel as well, as I say, I don't know if you'd see it as a lawyer involved or something going on, some sort of. I've got the Justice card. When the Justice card comes out, it does make. And you know what's really funny? See your auntie, she's laughing at me just now, because she said you don't need the cards. Just say it. Just say what you say. That's her attitude. That's what she was like when she was in this world. And I hope that does all make sense to you, Chris. Oh, you love the crystal ball readings, but she's laughing at this. She thinks that's funny, because we do know it's just a tool. That's all it is. But she's showing me herself, with the hats thing on and doing it anyway. She's helping you. She's guiding you, Chris, but you need to listen to her and also ask her for help too. Even though she is helping you, the specific thing she can really help with, again, she's not allowed to change whatever is happening unless you ask, because obviously she can't mess with your free will, if that does make sense to you. Okay, Christian? Good luck with it all. Just get rid of all the crap first, and everything was going to move up for you. So I hope that does make sense to you. Thanks so much for being here. And I've noticed here that, Stacey, that the comments aren't really coming up on my main bit here. The comments for as I'm reading. So, Stacey, I don't know if there's something wrong with it or not, because I'm having to go to that bit there, which is quite confusing, because all the people are coming on as well. I don't know if it's just something wrong with StreamYard today, just to see with the comments, okay? But not the end of the world, just to let you know, Stacey. Right, okay. Greenhorn Tracy, can I come to you? Greenhorn Tracy. I'd love a message from my son and a friend who has just passed. I can't guarantee anything, Greenhorn Tracy, but I am going to come to you anyway if you're still here. A few minutes ago you put that on. Greenhorn Tracy. Okay, just go to the comments. Greenhorn Tracy. No, it's not coming up either. I'm going to read for you, because I think it's the system today. Greenhorn Tracy, I'm going to come to you, Greenhorn. Okay. And if you could just keep, yeah, you're there, brilliant. And if you could just comment as well as I'm reading, just to make sure I am on the right track. Okay. Again, I do have a boy that's white forward here holding a white rose, so there must be something significant with the white rose. But that's very, very important, is the white rose. Okay, it's made me feel all mixed up, so I do feel somebody else here that either had dementia or Alzheimer's as well, because I was mixing all the words up, or something significant with that as well. I also seen a push bike. Which is very significant as well. But I'm seeing it as a little boy. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing an adult here. I'm seeing actually like a little boy here, but I'm going to ask him if he can progress this, and that way I will be able to see. I know I mentioned a swan before, but again, he's mentioned a swan too. So I'm seeing the swan, so the swan should be very, very significant in some way. Okay. But I also do feel as well, as this little boy that's come down, I'm hearing the word, does this make sense to you, Greenhorn? Attacked. I'm getting attacked. I don't know if that this is mum. Okay, but the little boy's very relevant. I'm talking about the little boy here just now, but mum will be here. She'll be bringing him in anyway. But I also do feel as well. Do you understand getting attacked? Okay, and I do feel as well. I'm just trying to work this out here. Actually, I do feel I'm getting really confused here. So as I said, I don't know if this is mum or something that's making me feel really confused. But I also feel as well there's a lot. This piano keeps coming in again, and I don't know why. Nobody seems to be taking the piano, or they're just not commenting it. But I do see this boy or something playing the piano, and I think that's very, very, yes, okay, very, very relevant. But I'm not seeing past 20. Does this make sense? I'm not seeing past 20 years old. So I do feel that this is really, really significant, and I do feel if I'm actually hearing number 18. So does this make sense, Greenhorn? Does it make sense? But I also do feel as well as I'm holding a whole bunch now of red and white roses, so I do know that is significant. I also need to talk about the town hall, but I also have to talk about crowds of people around the town hall. Does this make sense to you? Because I've got no idea what I'm talking about here. And I also do feel, do you understand, being attacked was that mum? Because as I say, they're just firing stuff in here. Literally, I hear talk about firing. I see a fire, so I don't know if somebody was either the fire brigade or there was a fire involved. It could be, I don't know, but it's all this information was he attacked. I don't know, but I do also feel as well as I do feel a lot of sadness with you, an awful lot of sadness with you. But I also feel as well as I said, the fire is really significant. But I'm also seeing people around the fire drinking beer, which I know is either a memory or something. Yes, his funeral. Okay, because it will be him. But do you understand the number 18? Does that make sense to you? The number 18. I also do feel as well as I say they're mixing me up. They're coming in left, right, centre, and I do feel as I think you said it's just happened. Is that correct? And if it has just happened, this is why it's the enthusiasm. And there's also the people that will be helping them. So, Greenhorn, I want you to give this a bit of time. They're there. They're here for you. Okay, they're absolutely here for you. But there's a lot of chaos. Could you see what they're giving me? The chaos. That's what they're giving me. So I need time to give you a proper reading. So when you go on next time, I will give you a reading. Just remind me, okay? Because I do feel it's just too much in such a short space of time for me to get through. But it's just everything is coming in, and I do know that is very, very significant. Just remember the number 18, Greenhorn, okay? Because I do feel it's very, very significant. It's nearly a year ago. Well, no, sounds feeling more recent than that, but that's just me. But that's still very recent. Remember, there's no time in the spirit world. But I would like to do another reading for you, okay? Because as I say, I don't know whether I'm coming or going with this, and I don't like that. I really, really don't like that. I really like to get it as right as possible for you. But one thing you never have to doubt is they're around you. And another thing you don't have to doubt as well is, I know for a fact they're well, they're happy, etc. So you don't have to worry about them. Okay, they're not stuck. People be stuck. That's a lot of rubbish. There's not such a thing. But I do feel you're really worried about them, if that does make sense. Where are they? Are they okay? I don't feel they've been through before as well. So if that does make sense to you, but I want to bring them through again for you, okay? Because I think they've got a lot to say. Okay, but they're happy. and they're absolutely fine. And that's the most important thing, Greenhorn, okay? And I hope that does make sense to you. Okay. Let me just see who I'm going to come to. There was somebody I was supposed to come to and I didn't. And let me see who. I can't think who this is. Sorry about this, guys. So I'm just trying to find out that the last person who's coming through there now. Kelly Sorrow, can I come to you, please? Kelly Sorrow. Kelly. Okay. Kelly Sorrow. Are you here, Kelly? Kelly Sorrow. Okay, Kelly Sorrow. I'm just going to come to you again because I think this is coming slow. Kelly Sorrow. Oh, jumping out. Kelly. I don't know what your question was there because you're away. You've gone. You're just away. You're away. Kelly Sorrow. Okay. Kelly. Right. Okay, Kelly. I do feel there's been a departure with you, Kelly. Oh, she's there. Great. Fantastic. Kelly, can you just comment yes, no, I don't know, as I'm reading, please. I do feel there's been some sort of departure for you. I don't actually know what I mean by that yet, but I hopefully will. But I also do believe that your emotional side is it's a bit of squirrely at the moment. Does that make sense to you? I feel as if you feel a wee bit of heartbreak. I feel a bit of heartbreak with you anyway, Kelly. Okay, I have no idea what your question is because, as I say, you're way up. But Kelly, Kelly Sorrow, because I know you've just gone off there, and I want to give you 3 of Pentacles here. So I do feel there's been some actions to do with the house belonging to you, and I also do feel that, Kelly, there's something going on with your spirituality. So I do feel, Kelly, I know Kelly Sorrow is here. Kelly Sorrow. I'm just going to look at the comments, Kelly, just to keep commenting if you don't mind. I do feel that either you are a medium or you do something like that as well. Does that make sense to you, Kelly? Okay. I also do feel as well, moving forward, you've had to move forward in your life because of this heartbreak. Does this make sense to you, Kelly? And I hope this does. Okay. I also do feel there's been somebody in your life who's been a really powerful person, but I do feel that that this person's been very, very important in your life. And I actually do feel, Kelly, this person's passed. Okay, I don't feel anybody in yet, and I'm doing this from the car. I know you're here, Kelly. It's okay, I'm reading your comments because I know the bit up there is not right. So I'm reading your comments. So I know you're here. And I do feel this person's actually passed. I do feel a man coming in, Kelly. And I do feel that this man was a very either was professional, was very, very, very strong character. Very, very strong, Kelly. And I do feel that this man was a beautiful, beautiful soul, but you wouldn't mess with him. I feel he was a professional man, and I do feel that he had to be right. That's just like, he was always right. And he's laughing at this now, actually. Very smart gentleman as well. Very, very smart. I do feel Kelly was quite an affluent man. He's portraying himself as that. But I do feel this is your heartache. Does this make sense to you? And I do feel this man, you absolutely loved him so much, okay? Because I can feel the love he has for you, but I also feel the love you have for him, okay? And I also do feel that this man, he loved his sport, and all this sort of bits and pieces, just the general stuff. It's a side that you didn't normally see to him, the soft side, because he's coming as this professional man. This, don't cross me. This is the type of person. You say it's maybe your uncle. Well, all the description I'm giving you, Kelly, I do know this is a man who you were very close to because I do feel the love, but I also feel the heartache. Unless he's just given me the heartache that you've been feeling, does that make sense? Okay. Right, you've just lost your nan. Is that the heartache? Right, okay. But this man who's coming through for you, I do feel, he's giving me this, but I do feel that he is so here for you. I don't have nan here yet. She will be here. Again, time is so limited here. Hold on. So far, yeah. Right, okay, a little lady has just stepped in here for me here because this man stepped aside. But I have to acknowledge uncle, then if you say it's uncle, I need to acknowledge him, he's here for a reason. Okay, he's just watching you, protecting you. He's the one that's told me this. But this little lady that's been coming through, and I have to say, little lady's coming through. So quite a petite lady is coming through, and she liked her hair being done. I know she liked her hair being done. She had short hair, but I liked her hair being done. Okay, and she's wagging her finger, but I do see like red fingernails. Does this make sense to you, Kelly? Is this Nan? The red fingernails, so I do know she liked to have her nails done, which is very, very significant. Okay, and she's pulling her jacket down, so I know this lady was a very smart little lady, if this does make sense. And I also do feel with her, as doing you again, you don't have to worry about her because she's doing absolutely fine. She's going, this was my time. She's telling me she had a hard life, but a good life, if that does make sense to you. She said, it was hard, but good. Okay, loved her family, absolutely loved her family. And we've grown up. She's telling me there was four, so I believe there was 4 people, if that does make sense to you. Kelly, could you just remind me sure I'm on the right path here? Sure, this is definitely Nan that's coming through. I do feel it is. But I just want to make sure that it is. Okay, there's four of you, and I don't know if it's 2 boys, 2 girls. I don't know. No, I don't feel this is Nan's friend. I think this is Nan's friend. It's not going to come through to me. This is unless you're 100% close to her. I do feel this is Nan, but with the finger. But you've got to remember, it might not be when she was passing. This could have been many years before. The red fingernail, or the nails that needed polish. She was a very smart little lady, very, very smart little lady. And I do feel it will be Nan. As I said, it would be Nan's friend would come through before her. But I also do feel that she had a lovely soul, absolutely lovely soul. She showed me a telephone table that she's sitting at, okay, and she's standing. I don't know if you remember, I don't know how old you are, Kelly, but you've got the dial, yeah. Nan had 4 kids. It's definitely Nan. I know it's Nan. And she's before the dialing, which is really, really important. Okay, and she showed me this as a memory. And she showed me this telephone table, and she showed me above the telephone table there was either a mirror or something like a pub mirror or something like that above it as well. And she had a phone book, which is really significant, next to the phone. Okay, next to the phone. She was quite particular in that. But she showed me her house, and her house was very particular as well. Okay, everything had to be in total order, Kelly. Does that make sense? She was 1 in a million. Yeah, I know she was. She's absolutely beautiful. But I hope you can understand all the scriptures she's given me. She said, God, you've got to know it's me. She's talking about the sweets she used to have. She used to give you had them on the table, the sweets as well. And she's saying as well that was really, really important. She's sitting there. She's actually sitting there watching television, eating sweets too. So this is something that was very, very significant. Okay. Just to let you know, Nan's doing fine. She's doing absolutely fine. Okay. You're asking, Mum, do you remember this? Right. Hopefully, so there's 2 of you talking here. Great. And it's funny because I did see somebody saying, yes, she was like that. She did years ago. That's all I need to know. Okay. Brilliant. Just to let you know, so the mum as well, and for you, Nikki, for both of you, she's doing absolutely fine. She is doing great. She's singing the song. This is symbolic for me. I never promised you a rose garden. So I do know that the roses were very, 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 very significant. Really, really significant. Or that song, one or the other anyway. But I need to go, unfortunately, because that's the end of my time. I could go on and on and on and on. Grant's fine. Okay, Grant is doing absolutely great for both of you, okay? She's sending both of you her love. She's leaving me, and I don't know why, with a red seesaw. So I don't know if this is something's happened recently or something, a red seesaw. No idea, but I do have to, anyway. So, anyway, Kelly and Mum, because I know Mum's here because Kelly said that. I hope that all makes sense, and thank you for being here. And I have to thank everybody for being here. Now, I know there was a Rosie that wasn't showing up, and I never read for you. I am so sorry, Rosie, because I couldn't see your name up, and I don't know what was happening. Please come on. I'm back on in 2 weeks, and I promise I will read for you. Just remind me though, but I will remember that, okay, which is very, very important, okay. You're very welcome, Kelly, and I hope it all made sense. And everybody, thank you again so much. I'll be back on again in 2 weeks, do this every 2 weeks at the same time, 4 p.m. UK time. If anybody wants to follow my page, it's Development Circle of Light. not page, sorry, group on Facebook. Group, don't do the page, because I don't bother with that anymore. And if you want to add some quite some good information and bits and pieces, different circles and things like that. Okay, so again, thank you so much for being here. I'm not sure who's on next, because I have no idea, because I've not put it on who's next, but I'm sure there will be somebody on next. And enjoy, everybody, and have a fantastic evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.